They robbed the Usos. They embarrassed them. They stripped them of everything: their pride, their legacy, their titles, and handed those belts to two men who don't deserve to even breathe the same air as Jimmy and Uso. Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned WWE champion. Austin Theory, a man whose entire career has been handed to him on a silver platter. These two clowns called themselves The Vision, and WWE let them parade around as tag team champions like they actually earned it, like they actually belonged there. And for 4 weeks the WWE Universe had to sit there and watch the Usos get disrespected, dismantled, and disregarded. But here's what Logan Paul and Austin Theory forgot. What everybody forgot. The Usos don't walk alone. And now, the masks are back. The shadows have returned. And everything is about to change. Stay until the end of this video, because what went down is the kind of moment that only happens once in a generation. If you are a true wrestling fan, if you bleed for this sport, you cannot miss a single second of what I'm about to break down. Drop a comment right now, just type "we the ones" if you already know what time it is. Let's get into it. Segment 1, setting the stage, the Vision's reign of disrespect. To truly understand why this moment hit the way it did, we have to go back. We have to talk about how the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory, came to hold those tag team championships in the first place. Because it wasn't clean. It was never clean. These two men did not win those titles through heart, through grind, or through sacrifice. They won them through manipulation, interference, and the kind of underhanded tactics that make your blood boil every single time you replay the footage. Logan Paul brought the money, the influence, the social media circus. He waltzed into WWE with his massive platform and his perfectly tailored ring gear, and WWE pushed him to the moon before he had even taken a bump worth remembering. And don't get me wrong, Logan Paul is not talentless. He is athletic, he is charismatic, and yes, he has surprised people in the ring. But there is a difference between being impressive and being a champion. There is a difference between earning respect and buying it. Austin Theory? This man has been groomed, polished, repackaged, and positioned more times than most wrestlers get contract renewals. He was supposed to be the next big single star. That didn't pan out the way WWE envisioned. So what did they do? They paired him with the most viral name in sports entertainment today and called them a team. A vision. A vision of what? Of nepotism? Of corporate convenience? Because that's all this tag team ever was, a marketing decision dressed up in championship gold. And the Usos? The Usos watched all of this happen. Jimmy and two men who have arguably been the greatest tag team of their entire generation, if not the greatest of all time, had to stand in the back and watch two part-timers and corporate darlings hold titles that belong around their waists. The disrespect was constant. Logan Paul mocked them on social media. Austin Theory laughed in their faces during promos. The Vision made it clear they didn't see the Usos as a threat. They saw them as a stepping stone, as content. That was their first mistake. Segment 2, the USOS struggle. They fought alone. Until now, when the Usos first challenged the Vision, the match should have been a coronation. A moment where Jimmy and reminded the world why they are undisputed. But the Vision came prepared. Austin Theory, ringside interference, and outside distraction from Logan Paul's entourage. The details don't matter as much as the result. The Usos lost. And not just lost, they were made to look weak. Made to look like they were in over their heads against the new era of tag team wrestling. The rematch? More of the same. The Vision played every dirty card in the deck. Logan Paul used his athleticism to neutralize at crucial moments. Theory, sneaky and calculating, cut off every hot tag attempt Jimmy made. The WWE Universe was furious. Social media erupted. Fans were calling it a burial. Commentators were tiptoeing around it. And through all of it, Jimmy and kept showing up. They kept fighting. They took the losses. They absorbed the humiliation. But something was brewing. Something that the cameras caught only in flickers. Shadows in the hallway after a SmackDown taping. A brief, blurry figure at ringside during one of the Vision's title celebrations that nobody in the production truck could identify. A masked silhouette caught on fan footage in the parking lot after a live event, standing near the Usos' rental car. The internet went insane. Forums were lit. Reddit threads blew up overnight. The Maskmen are coming back. That's all anyone could say. No one knew when. No one knew how. But everyone with eyes and a brain could feel it. The storm was building. And the Vision had no idea what was about to hit them. Segment 3, the night everything changed. The championship match was set. A steel cage had been suggested, rejected. A no disqualification stipulation had been pushed by the Usos camp. The Vision's management shot it down. This was going to be a straight tag team championship match, one fall to a finish, under standard rules. On paper, that favored the Vision. Their strategy thrives in structured chaos. Control the pace, control the referee, control the narrative. That's how they operate. The arena was electric. You could feel the anticipation in the air before the first note of entrance music hit. Logan Paul came out first, trademark smirk, vlogging the moment on his phone because of course he was with Austin Theory strutting beside him, titles draped over their shoulders like they were fashion accessories. The crowd booed hard, the kind of heat that tells you the audience is genuinely invested, genuinely angry. Then the Usos' music hit. The roof came off the building. Jimmy and G walked out together, and there was something different about them that night. No dancing, no grinning for the cameras. They walked with the kind of locked-in, stone-cold focus you only see from fighters who have been backed into a corner for too long. They had nothing left to lose and everything to reclaim. And the crowd felt it. The whole arena felt it. The match started fast and physical. GUSO went right after Logan Paul with a ferocity that caught everyone off guard. Logan tried to use his reach advantage, tried to work the technical game he'd been refining, but G was everywhere, cutting off angles, absorbing shots, firing back twice as hard. Jimmy neutralized Austin Theory on the outside, slamming him into the barricade with a fury that sent the crowd into a frenzy. For several minutes, this was the Usos at their absolute best. The crowd was on its feet. Commentary was losing its mind. The vision looked rattled. This wasn't supposed to go this way. But then it happened. The turn of the tide. Logan Paul caught G with a devastating right hand that sent him crashing into the corner. Theory capitalized immediately, tagging in and swarming G with a precision ground and pound attack that kept him grounded. Jimmy reached desperately for the tag close, so close, but Theory dragged G back to the center of the ring. Logan tagged back in. The double team was relentless. The referee was losing control of the situation. And then, in the most blatant, most infuriating act of the entire match, one of Logan Paul's ringside associates grabbed Jimmy USO by the ankle as he tried to slide back in to make the save. Jimmy hit the floor hard. The crowd erupted in outrage. The referee was distracted. Logan Paul delivered his finisher. 1, 2, THR. Kicked out. The arena exploded. GUSO kicked out. At the absolute last fraction of a second, he kicked out. And the crowd, already at a fever pitch, went to a place beyond noise. It was pure electricity. But the vision wasn't done. Logan Paul signaled for something at ringside. Another distraction was coming. This was it. This was the moment the vision planned to end it for good. And that's when the lights flickered. Segment for the return, the Maskmen arrive. 3 seconds of darkness. That's all it took. When the lights came back up, there they were. 2 figures. Standing at the top of the entrance ramp. Dressed in all black. Faces hidden behind the masks that the WWE Universe had not seen in what felt like an eternity. The crowd did not scream. They did not cheer. For just a moment, just one breathless, suspended moment, the entire arena went completely, utterly silent. And then it erupted louder than anything that had happened all night. Logan Paul froze. You could see it on his face, that trademark confidence, that unshakable smirk, just gone. Replaced by something unfamiliar. Confusion. Then recognition. Then fear. Austin Theory turned from the ring to look at the ramp, and his entire body language shifted. He stepped back involuntarily. He didn't even realize he'd done it. The masked men walked slowly to ringside. No rushing. No running. They moved with the patience of people who had already decided how this was going to end. Logan Paul slid out of the ring to confront them directly, screaming in their faces, demanding answers, demanding they identify themselves. Theory scrambled after him, trying to flank the situation. It was a trap. While Logan Paul was distracted at ringside, while his attention was fully consumed by the presence of the masked men, Jimmy USO had recovered. He was on his feet. He rolled back into the ring. G crawled toward him. The tag was made. Jimmy USO exploded. He hit Theory, who had spun around too late, with a super kick so clean, so devastating, that Theory was unconscious before he hit the mat. Logan Paul scrambled back toward the ring, but G was already waiting. A running hip attack sent Logan Paul flying off the apron and crashing hard into the barricade outside. The crowd was losing their minds. Commentary could barely form coherent sentences. Jimmy climbed to the top rope. The crowd counted with him. He hit the USO splash. 1, 2, 3. New tag team champions. The bell rang and the world stopped for half a second. Then it all came crashing down in the best possible way. Pyro, confetti, the Usos' music blaring through speakers that couldn't possibly be loud enough for this moment. Jimmy and G collapsed into each other, screaming, crying, barely able to stand. The emotion on their faces was not performance. This was real. This was years of sacrifice and struggle and persecution pouring out all at once. And standing at ringside, watching all of it, were the masked men. Silent. Still. Their work done. Segment 5, the aftermath. What does this mean? Now here's where it gets deep. And this is why you need to drop a comment and tell me what you think, because the implications of this moment go far beyond one championship match. Who are the masked men? That question is going to dominate wrestling discourse for weeks. There are theories. There are very interesting theories. Bloodline ties, historical alliances, debts owed and debts collected. I'm not going to put every name on the table right now because I want your thoughts first. Seriously, drop your theory in the comments and let's build this conversation together. But I will say this, the Maskmen did not show up randomly. This was coordinated. This was planned. And the fact that they appeared specifically when the Vision tried to use outside interference to steal the match tells you everything you need to know. They came to level the playing field. They came to restore balance. But here's the question that should keep every wrestling fan up at night: are they done? Or is this just the beginning? Because the Vision is not going to accept this lying down. Logan Paul has a platform and a wallet the size of a small country. Austin Theory has nothing but hunger and desperation now that the gold is gone. These two men are going to want answers. They are going to want revenge. And they are going to come back harder, dirtier, and more dangerous than ever. And the Usos, now back on top where they belong, have to know that holding onto those titles will require everything they have, plus whatever the Maskmen are willing to give. Closing call to action. This is not the end of the story. This is chapter 1 of something massive. And Ring Rumble 1 is going to be here for every single twist, every reveal, every shocking moment as this plays out. If you watch this to the end, you already know you're a real one. Hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it means everything for this channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, because what's coming next is going to be wild. And leave your Maskmen theory in the comments. I'm reading every single one and I will be responding. The Usos are back on top. The Maskmen have returned. And the Vision? Their vision just went completely dark.